What's up, y'all? This is your boy Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Now, I've been watching all the comments and I understand a lot of my episodes regard to pro wrestling, whether it's WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, NWA, the list goes on. And I know our podcast basically, we break down a lot of shit about pro wrestling. We also do boxing, we also do MMA and film and television, as well as hip-hop. I know we haven't done hip-hop because it ain't shit going on, okay? Sorry, ain't shit going on. What the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? Everybody's beefing, everybody's taking their shit to social media, everybody's, bringing in their fucking personal life, talking like crybabies, this, and that, whatever. So we'll wait to talk about hip-hop, all right? But, we got some... we got some albums from Eddie Jacks, and we got Joyner Lucas, who's coming out this month, March 22nd. Not now, I'm busy, and two I mentioned two releases from Eddie Jacks, New Jack City and New Jack City Part 2, some boy of mine. All right. Anyway, this one is about film and television. All right. So you guys read the tabloids. You read it. The Crow. Anybody who's familiar with the 1994 release starring Brandon Lee, who actually passed away making this film, which turned into be a cult classic, went number one in box office. You guys understand, okay? 3 installments came later. No one gave a shit, okay? Brandon Lee, his legacy left with this film. He did great. He is the son of Bruce Lee. You guys know who the fuck that is. If you don't, Google this shit. Otherwise, you're stupid. And for years, for the last 10, 15 years, they've been discussing a possibility of doing a remake for The Crow. Why? I have no fucking clue. A lot of films that they've been trying to remake bomb. They don't do shit. They're just a cash cow. They shit on the legacy of these films. They do it all the time. They did it with Universal Soldier. What else they did it with? They did it with Kickboxer. They did it with fucking Mortal Kombat. What else did they? Oh, they're gonna do it with Blade. They're doing it with a lot. It's just what it is. But they want to do it with The Crow now, right? So, so many people have been linked to this project, try to be cast on it. Names like Academy Award nominee Bradley Cooper. You guys know him from the Hangover trilogy. Also Jason Momoa. You guys know him from recently Fast 10 and 2 movies of Aquaman and the Justice League and so forth. So you guys know. But it turns out these big stars don't want to be associated with this shit. Who took the rights to this film? Lionsgate. Now here's the shit. They finally got a cast member. They finally filmed it this past July. And they cast the role of The Crow / Eric Draven. Same role that Brandon Lee actually portrayed, right? And guys, you should already do your Googles on what this film was about, okay? He's a musician who him and his fiance were murdered on Devil's Night, which is the night before Halloween. It's terrible deaths. They practically shot Brandon Lee's character through a motherfucking window and pretty much raped and murdered his fiance. He comes back from the dead a year later to take out everyone, but he has this superhuman strength and he's imperial to any kind of damage to himself. Like he can't be killed, he can't be shot, stabbed, whatever, until everyone that murdered him is dead, right? It's a legendary classic film. But they cast the remake of the role of The Crow, and it's being portrayed by Bill Skarsgård. Right? If you guys don't know who Bill Skarsgård is, he is the one who played Pennywise in the remake of It. Okay? Chapter 1 and 2. He did a phenomenal job. Now, I want to say this from the beginning to Bill Skarsgård, right? Swedish actor, phenomenal job he did as Pennywise. Okay, you made Tim a fucking, like, very proud. You know, you didn't act like him. You did it your way. Just like Jack Nicholson did it his way and Heath Ledger did it his way playing the Joker. Okay, you did a Pennywise completely different. So this is nothing that's directed to Bill. Bill is a great actor. He does his thing. You know what I mean? He was in both It, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. He was in Chapter 4 of John Wick that was starring with Keanu Reeves. He did a phenomenal job. Should he be linked to this fucking film? No, because he's getting fucking backlash. They don't like the way he looks. Okay? Rochelle, who played Sarah in the original film with Brandon Lee, she stated, you know, I might misquote her, so I'll paraphrase. You know, the shit looks dingy, dirty, you know, like with all these tattoos. What the fuck? This is not what Brandon would have done. She would know. She was on film with Brendan, okay? Majority of the film was her and Brendan. You know what I mean? That's the one she mainly interacted with, you know? So why the fuck are we doing this? And you guys seen the images of Bill in the mirror, fucking holding his jacket up, tattoos, barely any fucking face paint. Who does he resemble of? Do you guys know? I don't know if you guys, I'll bring back my wrestling conversations now. An Irish professional wrestler by the name of Finn Balor, who's currently signed to the WWE, who's in the faction of Judgment Day. They look alike. And even Finn Balor went on Twitter, known as, technically X, and he stated, oh, this looks familiar. You guys are looking like Finn Balor. If I'm Finn Balor, I'm literally suing the fuck out of Lionsgate regarding this film. Stop looking like me. Do your own shit. Do better. This reminds me of what the fuck they did with Jared Leto being the Joker in Suicide Squad. You know what I'm saying? I got to look different than Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I got to look different as Heath Ledger when I'm playing the Joker. So how about this? Green hair, white face paint, red lipstick, full of tattoos. Really? Making them look crackish? It's fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? You should be at least casting somebody who understands the legacy that Brendan Lee left behind. Because he died making this film. Okay? He made this a cult classic. That shit skyrocketed to #1 at the box office because of him. Because of him. Because he died making this. A shrapnel hit his fucking artery and he bled out. Okay? But he finished the film. At least 90% of it. All was just a real reshoots and stunts that needed to be done. So, Lionsgate, get your head out of your ass. $50 million as a budget to make this film? Really? You wasted 50 mil? Was that all the fucking revenue that John Wick, Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4 brought you? Well, technically 3 and 4, because you didn't even take a chance on it with Keanu Reeves when it was Chapter 1 and 2. You had to wait. But, you know, it is what it is. I hope this does well for Bill Skarsgård. He's a great actor. He did great as Pennywise. I hope it don't get too much backlash because he's betraying the Crow. I mean, anybody who would have stepped in that role, at least with Bradley Cooper, they would have respected him to be in it. But I don't think that would have worked for him. As far as I don't know if Jason Momoa would have been good for that role. I mean, you probably would have to chop all the beard and everything just for the face paint to even make sense. But it's in theaters June 7th this summer, 2024. Is it going to do well? I think it's going to take a shit. I don't think they're making any of that fucking 50 mil back. They'll have better chance of fucking selling this to some streaming platform, whether if it's Netflix, Prime, fucking HBO Max, well, Max now, Peacock. I don't think Disney want any part of this shit. You know, maybe Apple TV, but I doubt they're gonna fucking pay it up. But that's all we got for film and television. You guys go see it on June 2nd. I'm sorry, June 7th. I'm your boy Jax. This is the Drop That Podcast, and you can find us on youtube.com/@DropThatPodcast. Hit the subscribe button. Come on, let's fucking get this shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. We out.